everyone, we got a special video for you. Now, you know, we've been previewing the solar install we're going to do. We finally have Derek Green from Cross Country RV. He was kind enough to travel down from, I'm sure it's much cooler, Michigan.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Yeah, to hot South Carolina. We're at RV Max. He's going to be installing a full system for us. We're going to be documenting that. I'm sure you're going to document some on your end, on your YouTube channel. There's going to be a couple of videos in this series. But we just wanted to give you a quick intro and just kind of go over some of the points, what Derek does and what he's going to be doing on our RV.
Hey everybody, I'm Derek Green. I own Cross Country RV Solar. We're full-time RVers. We travel all the country doing solar installs all over the place. I'm super excited to be here and taking care of your guys' solar system and getting you plugged into nature. Okay, so we got a nice big system going in here. We got 5 of the 270 amp hour Battleborn game changers. And then we got the whole Lynx distributor, power and shunt. Here we got 2 solar controllers, the 100 amp solar controllers. That'll be for the 2,500 watts of solar panels. We got 10 of the 250s from Rich Solar. We got 2 of the Victron inverter 3000 VA inverters, and then we have an auto former for load balancing those 2 inverters. And then we'll also be putting soft easy starts in all 3 of the air conditioners. We got the servo and touch screen there, and then we're also going to put in a DC to DC charger, an auto jet start. This is just a battery protect, so you don't run the batteries completely dead.
So what's great about Derek and his company is that you reach out to him with, this is what I want to do. I don't really know much about solar. I just know what I wanted to do.
Right.
And then you actually gave us a detailed plan. This is what it's going to do. This is what you need. So if you could explain to our subs, all this over here, what is it going to mean for us? And like layman's terms, what can we do now?
I mean, this system will be capable of running multiple air conditioners at the same time. And with this amount of battery, you'll be able to run an air conditioner all night long. 2 in most cases.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of, there's always variables to everything.
Right.
So with this system, it'll be wired into the entire breaker panel box. So the whole RV will have access to power from the inverters, whether you're plugged in or not. So there are 3,000 VA inverters. That means they can do 4,800 watts continuous, the 2 of them together. So that's what we try to base our numbers off of. So that'll allow you to run multiple air conditioners at the same time. Anything else, microwave, hair dryer, coffee pot.
Induction, cooktop, all that. You kind of have to manage it.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, there'll be a screen. That's what's the nice thing about the screen. You know, ideally in the beginning, you just kind of learn what your appliances use, turn something on to look at the screen and see what it uses. And then just try to keep your watts, for sure, 6,000 or less, 4,800 watts is what you do. So it can do 6,000 watts for 10 minutes or so. It just can't do that all day long. That's why it's 3,000 VA and not 3,000 watts. So that's 3,000 volt amps.
No, it's all good. So what that means for us, and when we had our coming down here, it was a 3-day trip. We did a couple overnights, dry camping. We ran our generator about 72 hours straight because we couldn't run air conditioners, can't run the microwave. We really can't run anything without a generator or being plugged in. This allows us to have some freedom. We had a much smaller setup on our base store, and once you set that up, it is very difficult to go back.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to go back. So we're excited about this. This is going to be the biggest system we've ever had put on. And I think it's going to really make our Dutch Star unique, and it's going to allow us to camp. It's going to free us up. We have
It
to do a lot of
does provide
stuff.
a lot of freedom because you don't have to worry so much about having a spot with power every single night. You can just kind of travel and stop wherever you want to stop, carry on your way the next day, and not have to worry about making coffee in the morning or having internet.
Exactly.
Watching TV. You don't have to reset the clock on the microwave ever.
Exactly. So we're not going to bore you through every single part of this install. You're sure you're going to document it on your channel.
Right.
What we're going to do, we're going to kind of spot check in when there's some major milestones, and then when it's complete, and then we're going to do a full review on another video of just exactly what we can do with this, how it looks, how everything works, and then we'll come back in 6 months, a year. How is this system holding up? So it's about 8:17 p.m. You've been working all day. So I think you started around what, 10:30 or so?
Yeah, something like that. I got here really late, 4:30 in the morning.
So what got done today?
I mean, the main goal on day one is always just to make sure I know where everything's going at the end of the day. So we figured that all out, but then I did get the inverters mounted, the solar controllers mounted. I pulled the old batteries out, the battery tray, cleaned that all up. I got the board cut for that and made the hole for the wire, for where the wires are going to fish through from the batteries to where the inverters and links and everything's going to be.
So tomorrow, what you got on store, well, what you're hoping for tomorrow?
I'm going to continue with wiring the inverters and getting the batteries in place and stuff. Wednesday will be the big roof day. So if I can hop up there and take that satellite dish off, I might do that. But
So Wednesday the solar goes on.
Yep, that's the plan.
So we're day number 3 on the install. So what did you get done yesterday? What do you plan on doing today?
Spent the whole day yesterday just trying to wire in those 5 Battleborn batteries, which is abnormal for it to take that long. It was a tough day getting those wired, but I got those all done and I got the 5 cutoff switches put in. So there's 1 cutoff switch for each battery. So, which does take a little longer when you got that many cutoff switches. But today the main thing is going to be get up on the roof and get that satellite dish and that line guard off in there, and then try to get the rails mounted so then they can get sealed. And then tomorrow I'll probably just throw the panels up there and wire them. So I'll be up on the roof, and then hopefully this evening I'll be back down wiring the inverters up the rest of the way. And then the other thing is to get the wires down from the roof. So we got to get the combiner box put in for that, and then the wires pulled down to the bay where the solar controllers are.
We're on day number 4. Now there's a little bit of a delay, but when you do something custom, it never goes as planned. I'm sure you've never had one that's gone as planned.
Yeah, not really. This one's really.
But you got it done. You got it done. To explain like what you're able, since the last time we showed everyone, where are you at now?
The biggest accomplishment's been getting the wires down from the roof. That's what was so difficult. Finally gotten that done. Got the touch screen installed. I got all the rails up on the roof are all mounted and sealed. Half the panels are up there. I'm getting ready to just carry the last 4 up there in just a minute here. The inverters are mostly wired. I just got most of the wiring that's left is stuff I got to shut the power off for, which I'll hopefully do tomorrow morning before it gets too hot. So hopefully we'll be close by the end of the day tomorrow.
Yeah, well, Derek has been working really hard. There's always times of frustration, but you got to push through it.
Last night was a big one when we got.
That's a little more frustrating than I normally do.
But it's all good. So this is now, you'd say you've done quite a few Dutch Stars.
Yeah, I mean, I've done lots of motorhomes. I've certainly done other Dutch Stars and motorhomes just in general.
Now you know 4369 where you got to
Yeah,
go
right.
through.
Guys just know I got to tear that wall open. Because it wasn't that bad. Once I ripped that wall open, I just tried to really avoid that if possible. Because I hate to do damage that's not fixable.
No, but it looks good. A couple of nails and you're good to go. All right, about 4.5 days, 5 days. Derek is done. He's going to explain kind of this whole system. Again, we're going to do a full video after we use this, but we already took it out. We tested it, but he's going to explain kind of the whole setup.
Alrighty, we finally got things wrapped up here. So I'll start with the DC side. So you got 5 cutoff switches here because you got 5 batteries. So there's 1 for each battery. Those go into this links distributor here. So they all combine in parallel here. Then they go from here into the shunt. So this is where you get your battery percentage and all your battery info that shows up on your screen. That all comes from the shunt here. And this also houses the catastrophic 500 amp fuse. And it comes from there into 2 more links distributors, which these are all the DC out. So the solar controllers come in and out of here, the inverters go in and out of here, the DC charger connects here, and then this is also where the 12 volt of the RV ties in. It's all underneath here. There's fuse holders underneath all these, so all the positive lines are protected. Up there in the corner, there's a disconnect for the solar, so that provides your circuit protection, but also your shut off for your solar and the strings of the roof. There's 1 for each solar controller. And over here we got 2 3000 VA. A lot of people call them 3000 watts, but they're 3000 volt amps is technically what they are, which means they can do 2400 watts continuous each. So there are 2 of them wired together in split phase, and then they go from here up to an auto former, which is up here for load balancing. So ultimately what that means is you have 4800 watts of continuous output from these, and then you can do peaks of 6000 watts for 5-10 minutes. For the most part, 4800 watts of continuous output is what these can handle. So these are all your Battleborn batteries. So these are 270 amp hour game changers, and you have 5 of them there. So they're wired together in parallel, but they're wired individually, hence why there's 5 cutoff switches over there. So, and if anybody does this, make sure your cable lengths are the same. I mean, I got like 7-foot cables from here to the cutoff switches, which is fine as long as the cable length is all the same between positive and negative, and then each battery. This cutoff switch here is what I put in to be able to combine the 2 systems. So we put in the DC to DC charger for alternator charging, but I still want to keep the functionality of your dash assist button without having to have the fear of lithiums and lead acids being connected together for long term. So this cutoff switch is to make your dash assist button work. So if you do have dead chassis batteries, you'll have to come flip this switch, use your dash assist button, and then separate the systems back here. Up here on the roof, you got 2500 watts of solar, and they're separated into 2 strings. So like the front 5 are together, and then the back 5 are together. So these 5 are wired together in series. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's the back 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 are wired together in series. And I put in a combiner box over there. That's where the 2 strings combine, and then it's also a box that all kinds of stuff can go down. So if you had some kind of cell booster or lights or Starlink cables, anything could go down through that box now. So to mount these panels, I end up using iron ridge rails. So I mount them on a rail system, which has its benefits because you're able to easily remove the panels if need be. But then also on these motorhomes that have these Girard awnings or similar, it also raises the panels up a little bit, so they're not as likely to get shadowed by the railing, shadowed by the air conditioner or other things. So, and again, it makes it really nice to get them out of the way and service the roof. Or if you ever wanted to switch these panels out from different panels, the panels update and stuff, you can easily remove these and put new panels down on the exact same rails that are there.
Thorough explanation. Hopefully people understand it, but if they have questions, we want it in the comments below. I want to thank you for taking your time. I know there's a couple of frustrating parts, but we never had like doubt that you were going to get it done.
Thank you so much.
I always get it done.
Yeah.
Motorhomes are a different beast.
Yeah, and it's nice and clean. Fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, a lot of our followers are motorhome owners, but
I've done lots of motorhomes, and make sure you get an installer that's done motorhomes because it's not the same as doing a trailer.
yeah. If people want to contact you or if they have questions, maybe want you to design a system for them, install a system, what's the best way?
I mean, we have a website, and there's a contact form out there that you can fill out and send it to my email. What I will say is don't hesitate to just pick up the phone and call me. I'm really like to just talk on the phone with people, and most of the installs I booked are people that pick up the phone and call me because sometimes emails can get a little overwhelming from time to time. So send me a contact form, but then don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call me.
What's a good number?
Phone number would be 989-464-3314. That's my cell phone. I try to answer it every time it rings. You can also text that number as well.
And you also have your RV YouTube channel.
Yep. Also, if you just search the business, Cross Country RVing Solar on YouTube, you'll find it on there. So I try to put out videos every week or two, but sometimes when I get busy, like on this, videos are...
Well, hopefully this one makes you work.
Yeah, it'll make it out there soon. It just might not be for a few weeks.
Yeah, it's all good. You're busy. You got a long drive now back.
Yeah.
Comments below. Let us know what you think. You like videos like this. DIY upgrades playlist we'll put to the left of us. Also our essential upgrades. I want to thank Derek for coming out. He literally drove out from Michigan to hot South Carolina.
And worked
Happy to
so
come back
hard. Yeah,
to
worked
Michigan.
so hard. I really just want to say I'm on the other side of the camera, but thank you so much. Blood, sweat, and tears, long days. We really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you guys choosing me and letting me get you guys plugged into nature.
Yeah, we can't wait to get on the road. We got a couple of harvest hosts that we're going to be hitting, and we're going to be following up on this, right? A couple of weeks, a couple of months, a year. How's everything going? We'll be following up. I'll put everything in the comments below, and thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you on the road.